All right, we got one more guy here to go over, and there's two very interesting stories to come out of this one here, and that's the story of Michael Cox coming
Yeah.
out of Massachusetts. Played there only for 1 year, though. He's actually a transfer from Michigan prior to that. Spent just 2 seasons with the Giants. It's a theme here, right? You guys, half these guys
Yeah.
in this draft
Especially
didn't
this.
even make it through the rookie contracts. Like, maybe we're wrong to say that it's hard to give
Yeah.
the Jonathan Hankins pick too high a grade because he ended up signing elsewhere after the rookie deal. At least he made it to the rookie deal. But it's not Michael's fault that he didn't make it through it. Overall, 18 games, 1 start, 26 carries, 76 yards, 2.9 yards per carry average, 5 receptions for 21 yards. He was also a contributor on special teams and was a kick returner. His career was cut short, though, because of a failed ankle surgery in 2014. During the trial proceedings there, the doctor actually, as we have to say online, unalived himself. So, yeah, that's how involved and complicated this whole procedure was. Now, keep in mind, this is 2014, 2014, that he had the surgery. The lawsuit didn't be finalized till 2022 when he won a $28.5 million settlement because they were trying to not only give him money for pain suffering, but it was also lost wages he may have earned as a NFL player at that point. Again, I'm not sure how much he would have gotten at 2.9 yards per carry. Not to be mean about it, but I don't think you could say his career was off to the best start. But again, he was a contributor on special teams. Some guys do just make a career out of that, obviously, at that point. So, his brother, Nicholas Cox, also played football at the University of Maine and got a tryout with the Ravens after going undrafted in 2014, but he did not get signed. But still, another sibling scenario, another family thing. Speaking of family, there's a story that popped up when we were looking up him. I gotta share with you guys. I thought this was really crazy and interesting. It doesn't involve the Giants or football, but we're gonna get a little sidetracked here for a minute. His father. So his father was beaten by cops in 1995 in Boston. Now, what's even crazier about this? He himself was a cop in Boston. So the cop got beat up by cops in Boston. And this was basically called a mistaken identity kind of scenario. The police tried to sweep the issue under the rug, and he sued them and eventually won and was awarded $900,000 for the issue. Now, he ended up leaving eventually, went to Michigan, was cop out there for a while. But he's back on the force now. He's actually been the police commissioner in Boston since 2022. The same town where he had these issues. That's kind of crazy. That's a weird, crazy story there at that point.
Yes, but it's also kind of like humbling because like he's trying to reform.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So like
I'm saying like what's if I okay. It's hard for me to put myself in the shoes because let's not get into the social issues in this country too much here. But let's see. Obviously, you can put 2 and 2 together. What's going on here in this scenario? Obviously, this is right around the time also of like Rodney King and that kind of stuff as well. But he got a guy who's literally a cop. Like he is a cop in this city. He's trying to do right by the city, trying to clean up the issues and everything. I don't want to go too much into like he's trying to clean up the streets, but you know what I mean? Like he's trying to do right as a cop. He's in plain clothes, gets mistaken for somebody else, gets beaten by his coworkers. Obviously, they didn't know him personally, or they would have like, hey, let's get this guy to say, but you know what I mean? Like, these are his coworkers for all intents and purposes, and they're beating the crap out of him. And then the same department that he works for tries to cover it up. and act like it didn't happen or it wasn't that big a deal. Like, he had to take them to court to even get everything going at that point there. The whole scenario is crazy, but to have the perseverance after that, to stay on the force and want to clean it up, like you said, and want to get it going right, that takes a special kind of person. That really does. That takes a special kind of person there.
Especially because you move halfway across the country to come back.
Yeah.
Because of the commissioner.
Yeah. Like, that's, like I said, that's pretty crazy. That's a story of perseverance there. Definitely. That's why, like I said, I think that's one of those stories you don't hear very often. So it was interesting that now you guys said you got a father of a Giants player going through all that kind of stuff there at that point. So, kudos to him for sticking it out and getting everything going right there.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.